Hey everybody. So I just kind of realized that it's almost been 2 years since I've started collecting records, like officially, because I've kind of, gotten one or two here there over the years before I really got an actual turntable. But a couple years ago, my sister got me one for Christmas, and ever since then, I've started collecting the crap out of them. So I just kind of want to show you what I've got so far. I've got three crates right now, and I'm gonna kind of go through each one and show you what I've got. I got them separated into categories. So I'm going to start out with the first box, which is my soundtrack slash Muppet slash Sesame Street slash comedian box. So starting out, we've got the Muppets Take Manhattan. We've got the Great Muppet Caper, which I actually just found today at the antique store in Crown Point, which is a really cool place. We've got the Muppet Show Volume 2. I still have to find Volume 1. And in the opposite of this, I've got Volume 1 of Favorite Songs from Jim Henson's Muppets, and I need to find Volume 2. I've got the classic John Denver and the Muppets. I've had this one for years and years and years. We listen to that one every Christmas. We've got the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance soundtrack, which I got during a trip out to Michigan. This was actually a Record Store Day exclusive. Then we've got the soundtrack to Labyrinth with David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly. We've got the Best of Bert from Sesame Street. Then we've got I guess it's a collector's album. It is the Great Rock and Roll Sesame Street Born to Add. It's got all the rock-based songs from the show, I guess. We have the classic. It starts with C. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. We've got Sesame Street Gold, which is a double album. We've got Sesame Street 1 original cast record. We've got the original cast Sesame Street record, which is the same one as that last one. It's just got a different cover. And into Disney now, we've got the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack, the 20th anniversary, which was released earlier this year. It's got a turquoise blue vinyl, which is my favorite color, and it's my second favorite Disney movie, so it's perfect. Speaking of favorite Disney movies, here's my first favorite Disney movie. It's the soundtrack to Tangled. Now we've got Peter Pan. We've got The Fox and the Hound. What a depressing movie. We've got the Aristocats. Then we've got some good old Robin Hood. Whistle stop, get stuck in your head. Walt Disney's Bambi. Then we've got Fantasia soundtrack. This is another old one I've had for a long time. We've got Mary Poppins. We've got Mickey Mouse and His Friends, which is, I guess, some Mickey Mouse-based songs, apparently. Then we've got the infamous Mickey Mouse Disco. Moving on. We have the soundtrack to Watership Down, which was a Barnes & Noble exclusive. Then we've got an FYE exclusive, the soundtrack to the revival of Mystery Science Theater 3000, The Return. Then we've got Jesus Christ Superstar, the original album before they did the stage musical. Then we've got Godspell, boring, whatever. We've got Cats. I've got one cat. Where'd she go? She's here somewhere. Then I've got the Ruddles soundtrack, which was a Beatles parody project done by Neil Innes of the Bonzo Dog Band and Eric Idle of Monty Python. We have Weird Al Yankovic's first album. Then we have Bob Newhart, one of the funniest people ever in history. Speaking of also, we've got Steve Martin, classic album, A Wild and Crazy Guy. Then we've got some George Carlin, more George Carlin, once again George Carlin, and George Carlin. So that is my first box. I will show you my second one after this.